Galaxie Gas is an evil company.
Oh my god. Oh, just getting up off the window.
Hey, it's Casper, and it's been a very, very long time. Last time I recorded, I was 17. Now I'm that plus 2. Do the math. And obviously, I grew a beard to show that time has passed. Beard. But let's just get into the video. Galaxie Gas, aka nitrous, or Nas, or whippets, or poppers, or easy whip. It's gone from the gay sex drug slash hippie crack to a teenager's favorite pastime. Now, what the hell? First of all, what's the deal? Why are we doing this? I mean, you saw the clips. Just passing out, nodding off, leaning over like that can't be enjoyable. You see, there's a bit more to it. As someone with personal experience, trust me, not in high school. The best I could describe it as holding your breath. That's basically what it does. You know, it's just the oxygen deprivation. It has some interesting effects. Can't feel your fingies. You're like floating or whatever. But, of course, there's more effects than just that. So, for one, lung damage. I mean, what do we expect? You're putting something that's not oxygen into your body. Lungs do not appreciate that. It's not what they're built for. But, people smoke all the time. What's the big deal? The big deal is up here. You see, there's another side effect most people don't know about, or at least aren't as knowledgeable about as they should. You see, when you do Nas, Galaxie Gas, or whatever, it has this funny effect that melts your brain. Okay, well, like, not literally, but kind of. It can initiate necrosis of the mind. Basically, killing this guy up here who's controlling everything. It's, based on a B12 deficiency. It can cause that kind of stuff to decay, and your mind goes fucked. And it can have very long-term effects, including death, of course, what do we expect. But, you know, memory loss, just, like, general IQ droppage. Is that a scientific term? It can really fuck you up. And I've seen a lot of this shit firsthand. It gets kind of wicked, and also terrifying, based on some of my friends' accounts. And honestly mine, that shit was crazy. But this isn't about me, it's about the kids. So how the hell are the sweet darlings in Atlanta getting their hands on such a dangerous chemical? Well, as kids do, they're putting weird shit in their mouths. You see, it's actually meant for the creation of whipped cream and other aerated fucking toppings, I don't know, and gay sex. And I don't think these kids are doing either one of those. Yeah, what happened to the game I love? It's actually pretty simple to get it. They sell them in most gas stations, smoke shops, etc. It's just another cooking tool, quote unquote. But see, that's where it gets tricky. I don't know much about whipped cream, but personally, every time I've tried whipped cream, it was the same exact flavor, which is just like straight sugar. But Galaxie Gas is sold in all these fun, silly, wacky tastes like sunshine, rainbow, strawberry burst, and weird shit like that. It sounds really reminiscent of another epidemic we're having with teenagers and putting shit in their mouth. Who do we say the target demographic is for this? Is it the young and impressionable youth? Or is it the baker, Gordon Ramsay? Shit like that. While it can be used for whipped cream and things, it's fucking not. It's very reminiscent of the whole vape thing and how these flavors are childish, to say the least. So we know how this is getting into the kids' hands. But who's putting it there? Well, for the titular Galaxie Gas, it's made by Galaxie Gas LLC. Surprising. But this is where it gets a bit wicked. You see, the founders of Galaxie Gas LLC are also the owners of various smoke and vape shops. Interesting. Is it really for whipped cream? No. Without a little bit of evidence added on, absolutely the fuck not. But was it intended for kids? I mean, honestly, probably. As we've noticed with a lot of things that aren't really for kids are marketed to kids, probably because kids are the biggest market possible. You've seen it everywhere. YouTube, fucking vapes, blah, blah, blah. The children are who's on the internet. They're the ones asking Peepaw for a few buckaroos. But this is the interesting part. You see, Galaxie Gas Inc. was founded in 2021. And if you look at this graph here, you see that, okay, yeah, I know, it's very low quality. This is the only one I could find that was like relevant to what I was trying to say. And these are figures from the Netherlands, but these foreign numbers, that feels racist. Can I say that? They do somewhat correlate to the stats in America. And if you notice, there's almost like a double, like a huge boom in 2018, which coincidentally is around the same time California was set on fire. Conspiracy. Maybe that was started by a bunch of woke left mobsters huffing a bunch of motor oil to get... Okay, I can't even continue with that because it's actually not flammable. Fucking imagine like a Galaxie Gas gender reveal though. Beyond that, it's been around for a minute by various companies. You see, Whippets themselves is a brand name, kind of similar to how Febreze is a brand name for air conditioner or Kleenex. It just kind of became layman's terms for it. Alright, so if you're paying attention, you'll notice that I've been alluding to the fact that Galaxie Gas isn't anything new at all. Like I said, Nas, Whippets, etc. People have been doing this shit for years. Like, many, many years. It actually dates back to 1772, where a scientist named Joseph Priestley first created this concoction in a lab. It's a combination of nitric oxide, iron shavings, iron fillings, and water. This yielded nitrous gas, but he didn't really do much with it. Hell, he didn't get the chance, because he was very pro-science and anti-monarchy, which they don't fuck with when you're in a monarchy. Did I mention this is happening in Britain? But it took a boy genius, Humphrey Davy, to first start delving into the potential and mind-altering abilities of Nas. When I say boy genius, I really, really mean boy genius. Like, he was 14 years old creating a laboratory out of a shipwreck, seaweed, and like the inside of a clock. He wanted to do science and he found a way. He taught himself French at 14 to read French textbooks. He's a boy genius and a boy geeker. One of his most interesting experiments was when he locked himself into... Okay, this is real. Stay with me here. He locked himself into a walk-in freezer, basically, and had one of his colleagues pump it filled with the shit until he passed out. Well, that was the plan. After about an hour and a half, he realized, like, oh, I'm filled with Nas, but I'm still standing. Interesting. And it kept going. You see, it took very long for this to actually be used in a scientific, like, medical purpose, because for about like the next 100 years, they were just having fun with the shit, going on advertisements, theater shows, having audience members come and take a hit just to see how it goes. And I mean having fun with, like, they really were. Like, the Brits fucking loved the shit. Well, at least the rich ones did. You see, it was considered a high society kind of party drug before it became a teenager party drug. They say that the Queen Elizabeth wouldn't let anyone on the royal premises unless they had a tank on them and balloons. Let's skip, 100 years or so, a bit later into the 19th century. And we have them using it for anesthetic purposes, dental work, laughing gas. You've been under that. You've been under Nas. But hey, don't worry, it's the good kind.
We got fentanyl and Versed.
Fentanyl?
Yes. It's okay. It's not the bad kind of fentanyl. It's the medicine kind of fentanyl. It's okay.
You see, the trick is to pump you filled with oxygen as they're giving you Nas, so it doesn't fucking melt your brain. It doesn't actually, well, it kinda does melt your brain. Throughout this video, it may seem like I'm actively endorsing the use of Nas, and I'm not. Kids shouldn't have it, obviously, especially when your brain's developing. No kind of drug is good for you. But the thing is that when people want to do something real bad, they're gonna do it. And that problem is much more exemplified if they're not exactly knowledgeable about the mechanics of it. You see, my goal here isn't to endorse, it's to inform with a bit of comedy. I have a jocular nature. I'm sorry, it can't be helped. I'm just like a silly guy. But my takeaway from this is it's really nothing new, and I do think it'll probably come to pass. It's just a new trend of the generation. But it is kind of worrisome just how easy it is to get. Because back when I was a kid, you had to put in some effort to get a vape. You had to go give a guy some money to go into the gas station and buy one for you. But you can just walk into like a Foods Co. and buy like a full tank of this shit. So like, probably the best thing is just to, sorry fellas, but ID this shit. I feel like after watching this, if you still want to do Nas, I don't think there's anything that was gonna stop you. Like, I don't think I really made it sound fun or interesting, because, no, I'm dead serious. Like, I've done this shit before, and there's a reason I say before in the past, I don't do it now. I tried it, like, once or twice, just, like, to see what the hype was about, because I got curious. Not worth it. Because, like, it literally directly attacks your brain cells. And I think you want to be able to process a complete thought by the time you're 25. Isn't this about all I have to say on the topic? Once again, I'm not endorsing the usage of Nas, especially for those who are literally in school or driving. What the hell are you doing? Like, okay, no, that actually does piss me off. Because, like, at that point, you're not only endangering yourself, but others. And that's, like, the peak of irresponsibility. Yeah, if you like this video and want to see more like it, leave a like, subscribe. I'll be here a while. I'm getting back on my YouTube grind now. This is my little comeback video, and oh yeah, I'm wearing a Spider-Man suit. It's a full body one. Don't worry. I'm really committed to the bit. I hope you guys like the backdrop too. It's a wolf. If you stay around for the outro, I'll give you a howl. Okay, but that's it for me. Adios. Yeah, I'm assuming you made it to the end of the video, so